here today, and I'm sure we're going to have a full house throughout the day, which we're all very excited about. I'm Shari, Boraz, Executive Director of AVA, and we are pleased to have the Honorable George Sykes, State Representative, here to speak to us and introduce another very, very special person to our community. So please join us. Thank you.
Just so we need this alone. Can you all hear me? There we go. So welcome to AVA. As you all know, this is the 50th anniversary. It's a pretty big deal. And as I look around the room, I'm really pleased to see people here who are going to celebrate with us. And part of my duties today is to introduce the next speaker. So, like many of us, I grew up in a family where community service was really an important part of our lives. And the gentleman that I'm going to introduce now, Tim McNamara, who is the mayor of Lebanon. I don't know anybody who works harder at being thoughtful, considerate, wise oftentimes, as he tries to lead 9 very different city councilors to come to consensus, which is a challenge, for the very many and important challenges that the city faces. He's also a veteran, and so you can see that service is a part of his DNA as well. And for that, we are most grateful, and I give you Mayor Tim McNamara.
Thank you, George. You makes me blush. So, I want to sort of take a little bit of a different tack here. My family's been here for about 175 years now. I'm sort of the last. My children have moved away for whatever reason. But because we've been here so long, the history of Lebanon and West Lebanon, where I actually grew up, is really important to me. So I want to talk a little bit about sort of the history of this area. So if I don't write things down at my age, so forgive me about that. So as most of you know, we're standing in one of Lebanon's most historic buildings. It was constructed in the late 1800s by one Henry Carter to house the H.W. Carter and Sons overall factory. You all remember what overalls are. Probably some of you wear them or may have worn them, pants with suspenders and some pockets here, and very popular and very practical. So Henry Carter started his business career as what was then known as a peddler. He traveled from town to town selling a variety of goods from a couple of very brightly painted, apparently horse-drawn wagons. And in about 1870, his wagons began selling pants that were overalls that were handmade by a married shopkeeper by the name of Converse Cole. So Mr. Cole's overalls became so popular after being sold on Mr. Carter's wagons that there was really a need to expand production exponentially. And Mr. Carter, being the wise businessman that he was, decided to take this business over and construct a factory to make overalls, and that was this building, which ultimately employed some 175 workers as I was growing up at this site, churning out overalls by the tens of thousands. The last item of clothing that was manufactured here in this building was a pair of white painter's pants, and it was produced in 1985, so not that long. When the operations, like many factories in New England, were moved to North Carolina. In another place at another time, the fate of this building might have been to be demolished because it was out of date and antiquated for purposes of urban renewal. And I'm very pleased that did not happen. Instead, the building was purchased by a local real estate investment firm And spaces were started to be rented out to a variety of small businesses and organizations, including a small space that was less than 1,800 square feet, you probably know, to AVA back in 1990. AVA purchase of the entire building in 2003, and its subsequent renovation has been transformative in a way that would have been unimaginable to H.W. Carter and his successors. To the point where today, AVA is a linchpin in a vibrant and growing arts community here in Lebanon that benefits not just Lebanon residents or Upper Valley residents, but which also serves to attract visitors from far and wide to Lebanon and gives us a reputation as a very vibrant arts community. That has economic benefits, but it also has cultural benefits, and it makes Lebanon that much more of an attractive place to live and to work, and it really becomes part of our culture. So, on behalf of the City Council and the Lebanon community, I'd like to offer my congratulations to Ava on its 50th anniversary. And may your next 50 years and your next 100 years be as successful as the first. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Tim. That was really very insightful. I appreciate your giving us the background of this building, which is over 150 years old and completely renovated in 2007 to be LEED certified and ADA compliant. Under the great leadership of Benton Torgerson. And so I thank you, and that also leads me to say that we have a new book on our history that is available for pre-purchase at the lobby desk. And you can have it autographed by the person who compiled it, the author, Nicholas Smith. So thank you everyone for making this such a special day and sending us off into the future with high hopes and expectations. Thank you.